You know, one of the most depressing feelings you can ever get is when every day just starts to begin to feel the same, when they start to blend together. You're doing school or work every day, you get home, you're tired, you just hop on Netflix or Fortnite or whatever, all sleep deprived and shit. Like, it isn't fun. But you know what is fun? You know what I love doing? Going on adventures, wandering, maybe even going on a run without a specific destination. Driving to a town or city you don't even know that well, maybe never even been to, and then just walking around with no intention other than just exploring and seeing what you can come across. Just walking around in this cool little park I came across. I've never been here before. It's really calming to be walking around just with the intent of exploring, even when you come across stuff that isn't really that interesting. It's just a park. But it's a nice little vibe, and wandering the world around you and finding the beauty in ordinary things, it's a cool little experience to do once or twice a week, Doing this every now and then just makes life several times more exciting than it can be when you go somewhere on your own terms. You're not being forced to go by school or work or whatever. You just were in the mood to see something new, so you packed some shit up, and when you could have just stayed home, you left and saw some new shit anyway. I bet you if you imagine the 10-mile radius from where your home is right now, there's probably hundreds of spots you've probably never even been to and maybe never even heard of. When I never break the mundane routine I can naturally fall into, even if it's somewhat productive, like I'm just kind of editing videos for hours at a time and then going to work out and that's it. Life can begin to feel pretty stale when that's all I'm doing for weeks at a time. When I look back on those periods of time, it almost feels somewhat hollow, black and white is a way I can describe it. Discovery and exploration in any way, even if you don't come across the most amazing thing ever, brings a lot of life back to life. It makes life more colorful, it makes it more vivid. The brain fog that's been building up in your brain just starts to slowly clear away when you're just doing your own thing out in the city, just walking around. I wonder what that shit is. I wonder what's over there. Yeah, I'm honestly wondering what this blue and pink building is. Looks kind of cool. Looks kind of important. You just go over there, and sometimes it ends up being kind of lame. I think I might have found the saddest park of all time. It's completely empty. It's just a grass field, and there's no one here. Sometimes it's a really cool spot you vibe with. Either way, you're going through the process of discovery and exploration, and it just feeds the curious part of your brain in a way that just working and just kind of doing what everyone else is telling you to do. Your boss or professor. It's just fucking you don't get to do your own shit, and life gets to feel pretty freaking stale after a while. Oh shit, look at that deer. It's just walking. What the hell? And I know that when a lot of us hear the word adventure, we imagine traveling outside of our country, going to a huge city, doing some tourist shit, but it doesn't have to be like that to be called an adventure. The majority of people, including myself, don't have the budget or the time to be flying across the country or going to Dubai to ride jet skis every other weekend. But dude, you ain't gotta be doing all that to be making life less stale, to make it fun again. All it really takes is hopping on Google Maps and then being I've never been here before, I never heard of this shit, or I've heard this before but I've never went. But even if it ends up being kind of lame, you still went somewhere new, it was interesting, and it's another experience and memory in your head that's different from, scrolling on your phone in bed or just doing the same task you do every day, It's kind of cool that this spot is pretty close, a 10-minute drive from my hometown. I just never bothered to walk around on foot and explore it. So this place just totally flexes on my hometown. That's everything my hometown isn't. And these little mini adventures don't even have to really be that planned that much. I can usually just park in a random spot near the city or near a small town or whatever, walk around, see what's up. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I make it up as I go along, and it ends up being a little fun, little memorable experience. Just sit down in a random spot that looks cool, a bit beautiful, and then take it all in. Just appreciate your surroundings, And as long as it's safe though too, don't be doing dumb shit. I don't advocate that, okay? Don't blame me if someone beats you up, alright? I just found this vending machine in the middle of nowhere. This is the best thing I could have found right now because I'm freaking thirsty and hungry. Just what I needed, bro. There's a lake. It looks awesome. I just love lakes. There's not enough lakes where I live. It looks beautiful right now. The vibe is just amazing right now. I need to just sit by the lake and just clear my mind and chill out for a little bit, There's so many ducks here. This is freaking cool. I love ducks. can even be like only a mile away from your own home. Just little things like going on a walk to a cafe you've never been in before. That kind of shit is just so pleasurable, man. Like, people don't really talk about that. You can actually do that sort of thing often, you know? It doesn't have to be some crazy big thing. You don't have to be freaking cliff diving in Hawaii with your entire friend group, you know? You just, if you have like 1 to 2 hours of free time on a random day, that's a way better thing to do than like, you know, scrolling on your phone in bed for the umpteenth time this week. When you're just wandering outside, seeing what you can personally discover, you just feel so free, you feel freaking alive, and like in control of your own life.
But we're just not scared of anything, man. All the other ducks ran away, this guy doesn't care. He's just vibing.
He doesn't care. We're best friends. He doesn't run away from me. Sometimes little unplanned moments happen that can make you smile. Like, you're just exploring the lake, coming across freaking cool ducks, and then you ask some ladies for their food so you can feed the ducks, and it's just a pleasant little thing that happened. And then you just end up being glad you went instead of staying at home like you always be doing. Or maybe you really end up vibing with that cafe you visit, and then you start taking people on dates there, you know? It's a cool little spot, a cool cute little spot. Maybe you finish a hiking trail you've never completed before, and once you're at the peak admiring the view, you notice that your shitty little hometown actually looks kind of beautiful for once. And at the least, that's all these mini adventures have to be. You just spent some time with yourself, on your own terms, you get some time to self-reflect, and you get to feed your inner curiosity and drive to explore. So look, if life has been feeling really stale lately, just go outside. I don't mean that in a mean way, bro. It's, you know, I've been there. Try going on a walk without a specific destination in mind. Just walk around, see what you come across. Just go somewhere or some building that you've never been in before. You might end up loving it, or you might hate it. But either way, you're gonna end up feeling a unique emotion, and that's pretty cool.